Your teammates about Penn State's defense faced them last year.
Yeah, I mean, they want to rush the passers. They're talented guys up front. That's the strength of their defense, strength of their team. They're good players. I mean, a few guys are going to get drafted, this upcoming draft. You got to respect them. We just got to stick to our game plan.
What type of game gets you excited as an offensive lineman when you know you're going up against, like Coach Rule called, a ferocious pass rush?
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of the games that you dreamed of playing in, Happy Valley, and hopefully, loud crowd. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a whiteout or not, but it's a late night game, against a great defensive line, something I've always dreamed of as a kid.
How is the recovery on your hand coming? I mean, the extra week off probably helped a little bit, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it definitely helped a lot. Just rehabbed a lot and, didn't take as many reps, throughout the week. More of a young guys type of week. A lot more coaching on my end. But it feels good, ready to go. I know the guys are feeling pretty good going these last, 2-week sprint.
And it was named a semifinalist for the Running Back of the Year award. Just how much pride do you guys take as an offensive line and what he's been able to do this season?
Yeah, we're all proud of Emmett. I mean, he's done an incredible job. Hopefully he wins that thing. But, for us, it's just, day in, day out, grab your lunch pals and go to work. And, he gets the credit and, we get a couple pancake blocks and we're happy with it.
Rocco, what do you remember about?
Yeah, there's a lot of energy. It's going to be loud. Defense is going to give you a bunch of different looks, maybe on second and third down. Usually after an explosive, they'll try to, heat you up with some blitzes. But, they play hard. They're running the ball. It's going to be a full 60-minute game.
Hey, Rocco, what did you think of TJ's first start and for a freshman to be able to handle it like he did at UCLA?
Yeah, he was calm, cool, collected. He showed poise. After that first play of him keeping it, I was like, all right, we're good. He's fine. I'm proud of him, and, he did a hell of a job, and, expect great things from him the rest of the way.
You might have talked about it after the game, but how much pride you take on that play where you're downfield, 30 yards on the end of touchdown there.
Yeah, just something, we practice and, our preparation and, it starts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and, getting those blocks in all week and then finally to let it come to life, in the game is kind of our kickback. But it's just, taking the preparation, to Saturday.
Dana was saying those wide receivers are blocking at one of the highest levels he's seen from a group like that. What's the film show you about how they're doing it too?
Yeah, I mean, excuse my language, but they're blocking their asses off. I mean, they're incredible guys. I mean, to see a wide receiver, do that to DBs and linebackers and even defensive ends. I mean, that's something special. You can't really coach that. That's just guys willing to do it for the guy next to you.
Hey, Rocco, Coach has mentioned a couple times his appreciation for Teddy Prohaska hanging around. After he got hurt. What's your perspective on that, and maybe what you've noticed from him, not just since the injury, but even before that?
I mean, Teddy just loves Nebraska football. I mean, that's who he is. I've said it before. I mean, he knows everything about this place, a coach, player, guys dating back to the 40s, he can name it. It just shows the character of who he is, even, from the life beyond football. I mean, that's, who he is and, how he's raised and, that's just the leadership, that he has and, that's kind of, the guys we want in our O-line room.
How has he helped you since you've been here?
He's helped tremendously. I mean, he's helped me, get around. First couple of days here, I didn't know what was like a one-way on O Street, and I was kind of going the wrong way. So he's helped me in that off-the-field stuff. But no, just really just adapting to this place and believing and what's the process here and where this program was at, where it has been, and where it's going. So I mean, he's done an incredible job. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.